Tiffani Faison was born in Germany and raised as a self-professed army brat around various parts of the United States. She was just 14 years old when she got her first restaurant job and later worked for some of the world's most renowned chefs.
Her success led her all over the map, but she finally settled in Boston to open her first restaurant, Sweet Cheeks, which has been hailed as the best barbecue restaurant in town by Boston Magazine. Her restaurant, Tiger Mama, opens in December and made Zagat's list of the most anticipated openings in the country. We are so thrilled to welcome Tiffani Faison to The Dish. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm so thrilled to be here.
I am thrilled because you have brought bourbon and biscuits.
That's right. That's what we lead with. People receive you a little warmly when you come in with biscuits and bourbon.
You're always welcome here with bourbon and biscuits.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Tell us what else we have on the table, because this is an impressive spread.
So it's definitely two different worlds. So we have a barbecue restaurant called Sweet Cheeks. We have gigantic beef short ribs over there. Those are beautiful, all natural, never ever short ribs, no antibiotics, hormones ever in the history of the life of the animal. We smoke them for about, depending on the size, 8 to 10 hours, low and slow, literally just salt and pepper. It's one of the most delicious things you can have.
Oh my gosh, that's good.
It's a hallmark of what we do at Sweet Cheeks. Aside from that, the biscuits, obviously. My career in a biscuit, I tell you,
they're good.
I didn't see the biscuit coming. I honestly didn't. There was a lot of like, what kind of cornbread are you going to do? And I thought, we're not going to cornbread. We're going to do biscuits. So it worked out. King chili crab, which is a dish that we're going to feature at Tiger Mama when that opens. Really decadent and lovely. You just can't have enough king crab in the world. So, and then beautiful, you know, spicy, tangy flavors of Southeast Asia. We have a pumpkin pineapple curry over here, and then farm salad that's been, again, a hallmark of Sweet Cheeks.
Can you tell us about what's on top of it? This is a Thai tea.
Like
so this is it's inspired by Thai iced tea. So we have beautiful brewed Thai iced tea with a little bit of palm sugar, simple syrup, and then there's coconut condensed milk foam on top, kind of like the dairy kind of fat aspect of it that kind of melds everything.
Thank you for coming.
You know,
this is so good.
When I look at your background, though, this part of the meal seems to make sense to me because you traveled so much. But where did that love of Texas cooking come from? You
know, I grew up with my mother, who's very, very influenced by Southern cooking, and wherever we moved, that was the cooking that we had at home. So it felt like that was home, whether it was Germany or Greece or California, wherever we were, when we were at home, that was our center point. So that's kind of where we led from. This became a very natural start point from where to start my career.
I read that you hated cooking in the beginning, though, and that you made, I want to hear about the Fettuccine Alfredo you made for your parents.
Where did you find this story? Oh my goodness. I was not great at it. I didn't go to culinary school. I was a mess. I mean, I was spinning, boring a hole in the ground in the kitchen. I remember my first chef said, "You don't know how to cut an onion?" And I thought, well, how would I know how to cut an onion? I hated it. I really was terrible at it. It's hard to love something you're really bad at. So I just didn't want to get beat. I didn't want to feel like I was beat by it. So I stayed in it. By the time I felt not beat, I ended up falling in love with it and sort of gave me my whole life. The Fettuccine Alfredo, my brother and I made Fettuccine Alfredo for my parents as a surprise dinner. Being, you know, from a certain area in the country, I thought heavy cream obviously that meant whipped cream, which means Cool Whip. That's what it means. So when you fold in the Cool Whip to the Fettuccine Alfredo, the results can obviously not skew to your favor. So there's always pizza, and it was fine. But
why did your parents look at you when you did that?
They did the very sweet bite and this is really nice. It didn't last more than 10 seconds.
We've heard a lot of mishaps when we first tried that. That's pretty high up there.
It's gnarly. That one's bad.
Ask you, though, because so many people know you from Top Chef. That was 2006. You were the first season.
Yeah.
It's a little unfairly depicted.
Walking the earth with the dinosaurs. Yeah, it was a little rough. It was a little rough that year.
We've had a lot of chefs on there, and I think it seems like one of the biggest challenges is separating yourself, or did you want to be a part of that? How did you sort of handle the fame after the show?
It's a great question. I think that it's a balance, if I'm being honest. We didn't see it coming. It was season 1, and we didn't know what it was going to be, really. So how I handled it personally, I ran away. I ran to Nantucket as far as I could possibly be and just stood in a corner and cooked all summer and just centered myself. I wasn't ready for it, and I didn't want it. And it was a little rough. Like, how it was perceived was definitely a little bit rough. So I need to kind of get good with myself and figure out who I was and how I wanted to create that balance. Did I want to be a big part of this brand? Did I not? Is there a way to do both? Right. To be me and also be a part of it?
Well, he wants the biscuits, I want the drink. But I want to get your signature on this.
Awesome.
Yeah. I want to get your signature on this dish. And as we hand it over to you, we want to ask you, if you could have this meal with any person, past or present, who would that person be?
I would have to choose. I had a really influential teacher who I don't think get enough credit in high school. I had him for 4 years. really the impetus of thinking critically and teaching me that I could really be anything that I wanted to be.
Aw.
So Kurt Kettenberg, I
Excellent.
would love to sit down and have a meal with him.
Chef Tiffani Faison, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
For more on her dish, please head to our website at cbsthismorning.com.